What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of RedZone RoundUp with your boys, Bryce and my boy Isaiah. And I
Yes,
know you
sir.
all notice, it's it was Cowboys week, and we had to do the
Yeah.
dang thing, and had to do the dang thing. So you already know. So
We got it
here to
done.
give
We
you,
got it done.
a new recap for the year. It's your Week 15 recap, and yeah, we're gonna dive in. You ready, Isaiah?
Oh yeah, let's get it, man. Let's go.
All right, yeehaw! Let's get it, boys. All right, everybody. Like every week, we got 4 quarters of action for you, and this is going to be your first quarter of action. First quarter
Yes,
of
sir.
action. Let's get this thing
Yes,
kicked off.
sir.
Isaiah, another
Mm.
interesting week. 1 week closer to playoffs. Every week, inching closer and closer. I'm going to throw the ball to
Yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah,
What you
man.
think? What you see? What you like? What you know?
Like we called though. I think we both hit the over on last Thursday's game. I think we both kind of saw that coming with the over at least. I didn't think that the Chargers were going to come out there and blow such a or get such an ass whooping to them. Like, I mean, that was
Yeah.
pretty impressive by the Raiders. I mean, Aiden O'Connell had like what 4 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure. Only threw for
Mm-hmm.
248, but still the Raiders look pretty impressive. They beat up on the Chargers, who have been getting beaten up on a lot. But
Yeah.
man, that Saturday slate of games, man, all the home teams came through. Jared Goff lit them up Saturday night, man. He had 5 touchdowns, 3 of them to Laporta. My boy Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has
Had
struggled
to
like
do
the
it.
last 2 weeks. But, he
Yeah.
got going again. He got a little 100-piece yards, I think another touchdown as well. But it was a good week. It was a good week of football, I'll say the least, man. A couple of games I called underdogs were going to win, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But we're going to continue to
Slight.
strike them.
Yeah.
Slight work, but and
Slight
let's
work.
talk about your Bills though, man. Let's hear about
Hey,
them.
let's
Let's give
talk
us
about it. Hey,
let's
all I
give us
gotta
a
say,
rundown.
one phrase. Let James cook. Am I right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you
know,
know,
right?
they had the simplest game plan. You got to star Micah Parsons. We ain't even gonna block him. We're gonna run the other way. We're gonna hop back the whole game. He's gonna go against I can't remember Bell. I can't remember his first name. Tore him up all game, brother. I mean, we
Yeah,
didn't even need Josh Allen. We could have put Kyle Allen in, and we would have won that thing.
I think
And
he did.
hey,
Did he go in the game to
he
give
did. He
Josh
went
Allen
the
his
whole fourth
armband?
quarter, damn near. And that's what you need
Yeah,
to happen to be a
yeah,
playoff team. You have to be
yeah.
able to run the ball when you know you're going to run the ball. They know you're going to run the ball. Everybody and their mom knows you're going to run the ball, and you can still run the ball. And
Yeah.
we did that. We did just that on a team that had not really had that happen to them all year. So it was pretty surprising. I'm not gonna
Really
lie,
though,
I was
really
surprised,
surprising.
but I had to support because it's a big
The
week.
hat's fresh. The hat's
It
fresh. Yeah,
always
I'll give
is.
it
We're
to
some
him.
Texas boys, and had to do it to the Texas boys. You know what I mean?
Hey,
We them boys, really, kinda. So
you
it's
did it
like,
to America's team, man.
yeah, I
America's
did it to
team.
America's team. We did it 4 years ago. Just did it today. Maybe in 2027 they get another chance. But you know, other than that, that kind of summed up my weekend. A Bills
Yeah,
win against the Cowboys. My whole family is Cowboys fans. All my friends are Cowboys fans. Almost. It's like there was nothing sweeter. I felt like
yeah.
Tommy DeVito, man. I was just like, mm.
Yeah, you're
But anyways,
throwing it up like that, man.
back to what you were talking about, that Raiders game. That thing
Mm,
was crazy. You got 35 to nothing after the first quarter, I think, 42 to
dude,
nothing at halftime, I think. It's like
man,
it was
did
just
you see that
I,
pick six though?
oh yeah, that one-handed snag, dude. It was just
Dude, that
like
was
it was too
dirty,
clean. I mean, that thing
dude.
was
Yeah,
that is gonna be a man. That dude is gonna remember that play for the rest of his life. That's one of those.
yeah. Same
Like,
with
he
the
might not play
quarterback,
like, if
probably.
he didn't play another down of football the rest of his life, he's gonna be satisfied with that play. I would be, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
But, I mean, man, I felt bad for Easton Stick. I mean, coming into a situation that's not alre
Humbles,
it's
dude.
already not the
Humbles.
greatest, and then it's just like, man, like, it just couldn't nothing went right. Like, you couldn't catch a
Nothing.
break. And
Dude, he
then
still threw for over 250 yards with 3 touchdowns, but I mean that for
yeah,
sure
but I
is just
mean, sheesh, when that's
it was
a third of the points you need to scrape,
yeah.
but or that ain't that good is what I meant. But yeah, no, we had a couple overtime games. That first game on that Saturday,
Uh-huh.
the Vikings took the Bengals to overtime. Bengals came out 27-24.
Jake
Uh,
Brown has been lighting it up, man.
he was, man. He came out fired up, slammed his helmet on the ground. That boy
I
was,
think they're undefeated with him as a starter.
dude. He's a beast. I mean, he's not bad. He's not bad. I shouldn't say beast. He's good. He's good.
He's good. He's
And
getting it
then
done.
Russell did in fact not cook. So that was kind of that was pretty disappointing because I had Broncos +7 and that
Yeah, I
obviously got
know,
obliterated.
right?
I
That
think
was trash.
another terrible game in terms of the Bills' hopeful playoff run. The Jets was a
Oh,
major letdown. 30 to
dude.
0. I mean, dude,
Hey, they
like,
flipped it. They flipped it. They said, we'll get them next week." They flipped
man,
that
I
coin.
guess,
Oh,
like, come on, man.
it
He can't
was
even put up a fight, can't even put up a point. So
Zach
that was
Wilson.
pretty
Looked like Zach
disappointing.
Wilson.
Yeah, and then the Texans took the Titans to overtime. They came out with that win, 19-16.
Shout out
So
Case
I
Keenum.
mean, without CJ Stroud. So I mean, he should
Yeah.
be back,
Hey,
next
Derrick
week.
Henry. Derrick Henry, what is he doing? I saw that he's like the first NFL player with like at least 20 plus touches and less than 15 yards in the game.
Man.
Dude, what a letdown at this time of the season
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I think the last 2 seasons have kind of been,
Just not
you
him,
know,
man.
yeah, I mean, it's just they obviously don't have the line they used to have. I mean, I
No.
don't know. I'm not trying to take all the blame off him because it's not bad or it's not looking great, but I
No.
don't know. But then your pick of the week, Carolina
Mm,
Panthers, came out and got
mm.
that second dub against the
Hey,
Falcons. Not a great game,
it was
9-7, but hey,
pouring raining. It was pouring raining. $4
got
tickets.
that dub though.
That's probably why they were $4. But man, oh, honestly, all field goals less than 100 yards for Bryce Young, and they still got
Yeah.
it done.
And then
Falcons
what about your
trash.
Pats, man? They were leading the
Ugh.
Chiefs. I look, it's 10-7. Pats are leading. Next thing you know, they're down 14 points. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
We're gonna try. We're gonna put our best foot forward every week. And, sometimes we slip up and fall. It's the part of the game. Bailey Zappi. Hey,
Yeah, he
give him
wasn't
some
zapping.
time. Give him
That's
some.
for sure.
He wasn't zapping, but it is what it is. I'll say it, man. The Patriots aren't their best this year, but it's
No, they're
okay.
not. And
We're
then
we're still looking forward to the next year.
yeah, what I'm about to put up the updated divisional standings. Not much going on here, but
Yeah.
what do you think about that
Mm.
last Eagles game? That last game of the weekend, the Eagles letting it go in the last 30 seconds to that boy Drew Lock.
Man, hey, what a play by the defensive back for the Seahawks to get kicked by his teammate and then he got his foot down. So I mean
Dude, I know
that
that
was
was
hella clutch.
crucial. That was
But
crucial.
man, I mean that's what seven in a row. The underdog has won on Monday Night Football 6 in a row. I mean, like
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure I said that on the last show. So I mean, I was hoping for it to happen, but they did it. They did it. So
No, they did.
I saw into the future with that one.
The Cowboys got lucky with that one because as you can see, Cowboys back in the lead over there in the NFC East, still
Yeah,
2 in the
yeah.
conference because they got the 49ers ahead of them in the 1 spot. But Cowboys got lucky with that Eagles loss. And our side of things, you got the Ravens still kind of, taking a lead in that playoff picture. You got the Dolphins who caught a dub, but
Hey,
that Kansas
ten
City
and
Chiefs
four.
right behind them, and then them Buffalo Bills are coming. That's all I'm saying. So
They're
not
making
much
it right.
changed on that side. That AFC South, though, what you think about that? The Jaguars,
Dude,
Colts,
what a
Texans. Who
ah.
who thinks could come out of that one on top, at least on top, like in the leader?
If CJ Stroud gets back to it and we're healthy on with our receivers, I think we got a chance. I think we got a chance. I know the Jaguars kind of struggling with a little bit of health issues. But hey, the Colts, I don't know how, the Colts are just seeming somehow getting it done. So shout out to them. But yeah, I think the
Hey,
Texans,
shout out to the
as long as they're
mustache man.
healthy, as long as they're healthy, I think the Texans will get through it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's more of hoping CJ Stroud because I've grown an attachment to them, even though
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
hate the Cowgirls, so I gotta have a little love for one of the Texas teams, in my home state. CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, hopefully he can come back, bigger and better next year because that's gonna be a good duo going forward. So, but
For sure.
anyways,
I
guys,
agree.
that's gonna be it. That's your week 15 matchup results and your updated divisional standings. We might have something special in store for next week, so just hang around and
Sir.
we'll catch you here in just a second. All right, everybody, back with quarter 2 action. As I mentioned in the first quarter, we got a little twist this week. Got something special. We got a guest for y'all.
Yes,
We were trying to
sir.
get this going earlier in the season. Was a little hard. People got busy schedules. We're not. We're lame, so we know. But we know how it is. But we got Jay Spence, the king. Some call him the GOAT. Some call him the king. We call him El Jefe. So,
Yes,
let's get
sir.
this boy dropped in. Let's get this boy dropped in.
Welcome
What's
on
going
in.
on,
Welcome
Jay
on in.
Spence?
What's up, fellas? Man, I appreciate that intro, man.
Hey, man, had to. You're the king. What's going on?
Man.
Tell us what's new. What's new? Other than the Bills catching a dub against those Cowboys this week.
Man, finally though, right? Like finally. It just took us having to fire our offensive coordinator and kind of send Bills fans through, back to the ER because they hearts were racing too fast. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Had me on Twitter acting like those fans.
It got me tripping every Sunday. Yeah, I got to chill. I got to stop drinking on Sundays. I'm
relax. That's what it is.
Hey, so how you doing, man? What's going on? Give us a little intro. Give the people RedZone RoundUp a little intro about you. I'm glad that you came on. We really appreciate the support by you. You, as y'all before, he gets into it. He's part of Buffalo Rumblings, SB Nation. I listen to these boys after every game, even when I'm hot. I gotta hop on the live chats, see if everybody's thinking the same shit I'm thinking. I'm mad. I gotta make sure my thoughts are in line, or if I'm crazy or what. But give us a little intro about yourself. Give us a little background.
I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, SB Nation and Buffalo Rumblings, and I've been there now it's going on 3 seasons, and it's been great, man. I've been able to start writing some more, and this year I've partnered up with DraftKings, and we do the pregame rumblings pod now, where we kind of throw out some betting numbers and try to help people win some extra money for the season. But other than that, is Hump Day Hotline with Joe on Wednesdays, and Code of Conduct comes out on Tuesdays every day, at noon every week. And man, that's it. I'm just like y'all, just trying to hustle it up, get where we're trying to go, man. Just trying to get there.
One week at a time, baby. Can't expect anything less. So I guess, me and Isaiah, we chop it up every week. This is a chill environment, nothing too crazy, obviously, as you see. I had to pull out my Stephen A. Smith this week,
Yeah.
But what you think about the season so far? Give us your overall thoughts. What you've been seeing, any surprises, anything you thought was going to be happening and is or isn't, any teams, players, what's going on? What you've been seeing the most of?
As far as the Bills, I'd say it's been frustrating. So now for us to be 8-6, and now for us to look the way that we've looked over the last, 4 games, even though we lost against the Eagles, still feel a little bit better about the way the season's going. But overall, like the way the season started, just some inconsistencies on offense, and then having to figure things out on defense after losing 3 key players. It's just been frustrating. But outside of that, when you step away from the Buffalo Bills and you look around the league, I'd say CJ Stroud has probably been my biggest surprise. I think he's playing that, depending on who you talk to, the way I see it, he's playing at like an MVP level, and I don't know why he's not in that conversation a little bit more. I think it's impressive to look at what Cincinnati's been able to do, even after Joe Burrow's gone out with his injury. Jake Browning is looking, he got some people having conversations like, is this a system type situation up in Cincinnati?
Yeah,
I still think
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is that dude, but when you see them still
he is.
chugging right along and they're they're looking like they're still going to be able to make the playoffs and cause some issues for some other teams trying to get into that wild card spot. And then really just, I don't know, just it's been one of those years. It's like the year of the backup. It's like so many injuries when you're looking at quarterbacks and not even just quarterbacks, just major players. Justin Jefferson was out for a big piece of the season, so you got to see a lot of Jordan Addison step up, and then you look at these receivers. I mean, other. Yeah. So you get to look at all of it. So it's just been an interesting year as far as that. And I think that's part of the other reason why it's so frustrating to be a Bills fan, because you know who Josh Allen is and you know the numbers he puts up, but yet the wins weren't stacking up this season when you look around the league and everybody else has injuries piling up at quarterback position or at other key positions. You would think that we would have been able to just create some separation between us and other teams in the AFC, and we just haven't been able to do it.
Have not, and I'm glad that the last couple weeks we've just been kind of, I don't know if it's a Joe Brady thing. I don't know if it's a back against the wall thing. It could be a lot of both, but I'm glad it's happening when it's happening, because we don't want to be in the Eagles' shoes, who are kind of doing the opposite. They're floundering at the time that it matters. They're playing good all season. They're the team to be, back to the Super Bowl. Well, now they can't catch a win. So it's like, I'm glad we're on the reverse side of it, where, we definitely disappointed. We didn't, we had a lot of things going crazy. Like you said, lost one of my favorite players on the team, Matt Milano, early, crucial. And then, just had, as you were just, attributing to, a lot of people having to step up. But I agree, a lot of that's going around the league. It's the year of the backup, quarterbacks, receivers.
For sure.
I mean, we just watched Drew Lock beat the Eagles. I mean, it's just
crazy, right?
It's been a weird year.
Insane.
It's been a weird year. But
dude,
I think,
you know what? I love the NFL. I love it for that. Like, it was such a great moment.
Yeah.
And it was just such a great moment too. Like, to see the emotion after the game and the way he kind of just talked about how, like, how long it's been since he's been in that moment and how he questioned himself and to see himself.
That's the feel good.
It's incredible. Yeah.
It's hard to not support somebody like after that,
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
It's just like, hell yeah, we get it. And I think Isaiah's kind of on the same page as you with the whole CJ Stroud thing. You're looking at a H-Town native right there.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
He's been hitting some games. He's been supporting the boy. We wish Tank Dell wouldn't have got hurt, because we like Tank Dell too.
Tragic. That was very tragic. Yeah, injuries though. They've been everywhere. But people, like we always say, next man up. So it's good to see next players stepping up when they got to do. So we're looking forward to the Texans. I think they got a bright future for sure, as long as they're healthy. Two concussions already for CJ Stroud. So I mean, that's rookie season. So we're not looking forward to keep getting injured every week, losing players. Seems like every week someone's getting hurt, but I think they'll get it going. But some teams that need to get going is I see that hoodie you got on, man. The Cardinals. What's up with that? Let's talk about them. You a Cardinals fan as well? You support them?
Well, so I live in Phoenix. So I moved out here actually right before when President Trump was in office, right before he shut the country down for COVID. I moved out here March 9th. It was shut down March 15th. So I've become kind of just like a residential Cardinals fan. I live out here. I got season tickets because it's a football team where I live. But but no, man, I think I know that the season hasn't gone, well by any means, but I think they kind of planned for this. I think it's gone exactly the way they've wanted it to go. They didn't win too many games, but then they kind of got Kyler Murray back to where he can dust off the rust, get all the kinks worked out before next season. They have a pretty good draft position. I think what they're going to do is if they get anywhere around that 3 to 5 range and no team does it, you can expect to see a Marvin Harrison Jr. linked up with a Kyler Murray. That's going to be
that would be dangerous.
And I think that's kind of what they were hoping on, and that's what they were planning on. So, look, out here, I think, they have some key pieces on defense that you can absolutely build upon. And I think on offense, you still got Hollywood Brown. I think James Conner is probably done after this year. I think they'll probably draft another running back. But no, man, I think if you're a Cardinals fan, I think you have a couple things that you can look forward to the future and say, yeah, we can figure this out. We started off without Kyler this year. We traded away D-Hop or got rid of him. So I think, I think they have things to look forward to, but I don't know if I'll be renewing my seasons right now. I think I'll wait another year.
Hey man,
check it out.
We're not obviously Cardinal fans, but we got to support the Cardinals because we actually have a friend. We both went to UTSA. Isaiah played, he was a safety at UTSA for a little bit.
Yep.
And one of our buddies is actually a D lineman, Kevin Strong Jr. He's rocking it over there in Arizona. So, he's been at a couple different teams, but, he's had a couple sacks, couple big time sacks against Joey B, Geno Smith. He's getting some action over there. So we got to support the Cardinals a little bit.
All right, yeah. That's good information, man. I'm gonna have to check him out a little bit, look into him, and see his background and reach out to him. That's cool.
Hey, he's a Texas boy, man. You already know he's got the Texas blood. You already know he's coming.
Man, so let me ask you this, man. Being like Texas, and because you're Tex, I love the energy. First of all, like so like being there and like, so obviously after the game, like I know how Bills fans were. I know how and I even have a few friends that are Cowboys fans that text me like mid game, like, "Oh man, I hope y'all go to the Super Bowl, man. Good luck." Like they were just like depressed about it. But what was the energy like where you were?
Man, so most of the games, it's kind of like a thing. If we're not at a game, me and my dad kind of like to be isolated. We don't like being with jackass Cowboy fans. We don't like being with that, bad energy, because we get all them texts too, halftime, first quarter, whatever. It's like, man, don't wish me nothing. We just beat y'all's ass. I had so many friends text or just talking mess to me all weekend. I went on that bird hunt I told you about, which was while I was busy. Mostly Cowboy fans, so I'm kind of hearing a little stuff over there too. So it's the energy in my household is very week to week. Let's just put it that way, because me and my dad, we got a lot of energy. So it's like it's either good or it's bad. So in this season, there's been a lot more bad than the last few seasons. And my dad, he'll get mad at me, right? Because I'm a 96 baby. So I grew up in the worst time to be a Bills fan ever. So we've been through all the bad. I hadn't even hardly been to any of the good until we got our boy Josh Allen. Well, now Bills fans, we're so spoiled because we've been so good the last handful of years. So when you have a year like this, it's a disappointing season because we've taken those huge strides from what I grew up watching. So it's like, it's been a disappointing season. I'm just glad those boys, they're getting it out the mud. Sometimes your back's against the wall, and they're getting it. So the energy's kind of been bouncing back in the good way the last couple
man. Well, I tell you what, for the fan base, I'm proud of the fan base for having that type of attitude, though, because for so long I feel like I was trying to get people every week on my show. I'm like, look, we can't keep settling for having just a better season, and we can't settle for Josh Allen being in the MVP conversation. We got to start winning some stuff, and it's like this year it seems like Bills fans, which is part of the reason I think Ken Dorsey was let go, because I really do think that had we not lost that Denver game, I don't think Ken Dorsey would have been let go at all. But so I'm saying that to say I think he was a scapegoat in the situation, but I think it was needed because now you see just how the team has, they've responded to that. And like I said, that was because of pressure from the fan base. Had they not applied pressure to Sean McDermott, and had they not applied the pressure to the ownership and Brandon Beane, we would have probably still been checking out. We probably would have been eliminated from the playoffs at this point because our offense wouldn't have looked like what we have over the last 4 weeks.
No, I agree 100%. I think that, we're no dummies. Those players see and hear everything. So it's like, they feel it just as much as anybody else does. When you got all the fans on Twitter, all the fans standing outside, putting signs of at, the airport's looking a little empty, So, they definitely were feeling that. But I guess one more thought on the Bills, what I'm thinking about is I will gladly admit that I was wrong in the sense of, I don't know if wrong is the word, but I became a big Sean McDermott hater in the last
wow.
7-8 weeks. Like I
yeah,
was to the
for
point
sure.
where if we clip him, next season, during season, whatever, cool. Let's, wipe our hands, move on. Let's get this thing back on track. But I think you got to give him credit for the Joe Brady move. You do. Like, you got to give him credit for feeling that pressure, getting rid of Ken Dorsey, whether scapegoat or not. This Joe Brady move has done nothing but juiced us up. I mean, the offense looks better. It looks smoother. I mean, you saw this past week. I've seen y'all break it down. Just one thing that Ken Dorsey had a problem with is sticking what was working. Sticking with what was working. What was working?
Man.
Let James cook, right? What did we do all game? We let James cook.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get away from that if it's working? So we were doing a little bit on the beginning side of the season. Now it's like we got a lot more stable. And so it's like, so back to what I was saying, I'm not necessarily off the Sean McDermott train. Where are you at in that sense?
Well, personally, I'm still kind of where you are. So I was actually having this conversation earlier today with Justice from Buff Fan Base. He was basically saying his point of view was like, well, a lot of people they owe Sean McDermott an apology now. Everybody wanted him gone. And from my perspective, okay, we're going on a win streak now. We've won, 2 out of the last 3 or 3 out of the last 4, however you want to look at it. You also have to be honest about the fact that the reason why we're on this push for the playoffs and the reason why we had to fire our offensive coordinator in the first place, or the reason why, there's so many things that I can point to, but it's because we were at a point where we were 500 team at a midpoint of the season, where now we're not the leader of our division. You're allowing Miami to get some type of space in front of you where you're losing games to Denver, you're losing games to the Patriots, you're losing games to the Jaguars and other teams that you're supposed to beat. You're losing these games to. To be honest with you, we can even say the Eagles game. I know the Eagles are 10-4 at this point, and they're a pretty good. I think they're a good team.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills beat themselves in that game. We lost that game. We didn't get beat by the Eagles. So again, you go and you look at that, and right now we've lost 6 games. I think it should probably be closer to 12-2. Like that's how it should look. So the reason why is like, well, look, something happened to where we're 8-6. I know we won the last few games, but we were supposed to win these games.
Right.
I'm not gonna give you extra credit for doing your homework. Like this is your job. You're supposed to do this assignment. You get extra credit for when you go above and beyond. And right now, you look at the course of his career as the head coach. We made it to the AFC Championship one time. We lost. We haven't made it back to that game. We haven't made it to the Super Bowl. We've lost earlier and earlier at this point. And this season started off extremely slow. I just think at this point, I'm still kind of in the same space to where I feel like we need a new voice in Western New York, but we're winning. The team is rallying around him after this article has come out a couple weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And things feel good. So because things feel good, I am going to fall in line and I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to root for Sean McDermott to be the best head coach that he can be for the remainder of this season, because I truly want this team to succeed. So I'm not being a Sean McDermott hater. I just
100%.
think 100% outside, looking outside in, and you look at the grand scheme of things, I think it's becoming a bit stale. But in the moment, I'm going to ride this wave. Let's ride this wave and make it happen.
No, I agree, man. And it's like, I mean, you couldn't have said any perfect. I mean, that's literally, it's like you're speaking my brain. It's like, not a hater, but like you said, the job is what? To win. If you're not winning, you're not doing your job right. And so what do? You let, I mean,
if you ain't first, you're last.
Do we Brandon Staley this thing and just let it keep rocking, but, we're winning. we're winning though, so it's like, you know, I'm rocking with it until the wheels fall off, baby. So, you know, you can't complain about catching some dubs. So, I mean, you know, but I mean, if you got anything else, man, that's quarter two. I just glad you hopped on. We were able to get
Yeah,
your
man, we
perspective
appreciate that.
because I mean, you know, it's usually just me and Isaiah. I know people think it's boring. They probably get tired of hearing us anyways. So it's glad to get some extra juice sprinkled in there, you know.
But no, man, I appreciate the invite and anytime, man. And if there's any way that I can kind of help you guys and your, you know, with what you're doing with getting in, I'm sorry, Red Zone Round Trip, like let me know.
Roundup.
Let me know. Roundup. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm a little, you know what I mean? Like it's legal in Arizona, so you got to
Oh,
give
I
me.
know. Isaiah, he's off that Penske too. He's off that.
Yeah. So yeah. So just
Monica
give me a second,
Lipinski.
but no, if there's any way that I can help you guys with anything and vice versa, man. I like I told you in the text earlier, man. Let's go ahead and build a good friendship, good
For
relationship with
sure.
this thing, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate you
sure.
guys reaching out and
For
hey,
sure.
now I know I got family in Texas, man. That's what that means to me.
Hey, you got family
Absolutely,
here
man.
all the time.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yes,
that's
sir.
quarter two, everybody. So we'll catch you in quarter three here in just a second. All right. Let's get into quarter three action, everybody. We still got Jay Spence, the king, the GOAT, El Jefe, El Patron. We got him in with us. He's going to rock the picks with us. Now we're talking about the money. You know, last week, hit another 3-0, Isaiah. I know you saw that. So let's just go ahead and,
Impressive. It's been
give us
impressive,
a little.
man. It's been
I had
impressive,
to
bro.
hit I had to hit the 2 in a row. So, you know, just to let y'all know. But
Yeah, for
let's
sure.
throw up these odds and let's get going. So first game to start the weekend, you got the New Orleans Saints traveling to SoFi Stadium to play the Los Angeles Rams. Get the Rams favored by 4, over under 44.5. What you got? What y'all got? We'll start with you, hey, Jefe.
I'm gonna go Rams. Yeah, I'm going Rams, and I'm gonna say they cover. I just like everything about this offense. I think quietly over the last few weeks, ever since Cooper Kupp has come back, you know, Matt Stafford's having a sneaky good season. Like he's consistent and he has
Somehow,
2
yeah.
wide receivers. Yeah, and the run game, they found a really good run game now too. So I just think the Saints are going to have difficulty keeping up with them because the only thing that the Saints really have on offense is Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, for sure,
Agreed.
for sure.
Let's go,
I'm actually rolling with the spread for the Rams as well. I think that they
Man,
cover it easily. Something about like you said, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp, Puka. Yeah, Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's got weapons. They're getting it done. So I'm rolling with that one.
we're really bad. See, Isaiah, like I said last week, we need that buzzer for when we're out. I go boing, 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 boing. I got -4-2. We're hitting the Rams spread all around the block. I think the Rams got it. Matt Stafford's my fantasy football quarterback. They got Puka Nacua. They got Cooper Kupp. You know, I think they get it done. The Saints just haven't done it. I don't know who they got, Jameis or Derek Carr, who's going to rock it this week. I don't even think they know. So it's
It's
you
Carr,
know,
but I mean, you know,
should be
but I mean,
yeah. Wow, that's tough.
All right, let's get into those Saturday matchups. We got 4 days of football again because it's holiday weekends, everybody. Merry Christmas, by the way. Saturday football game. You got that first game of the night at 3:30. You got the Bengals traveling to Pittsburgh. You got the Bengals favored by 2.5, and that over-under is 38. What you got?
I'm gonna go Bengals here. I think Jake Browning is, like I mentioned earlier in the show. I think he's been a very good surprise, and you know, just watching him have command of that offense almost virtually the same way Joe Burrow does has been super impressive to watch. Now I know Jamar Chase might be out. I know he had an injury, so he might be out over the weekend. If that's the case, then that might change things for me. But as of right now, what I'm thinking, I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think they have the better quarterback situation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of quarterback, you know, I actually played against Mason Rudolph when he was at Oklahoma State, and man, he's making his starts this week against the Bengals. So I'm actually going to go and hit the over. I think with Mason Rudolph, you know, I watched him personally throw like 3 or 4 like 50-yard touchdown passes on us. So I mean, the guy he can air it out. So I'm gonna think some points will be scored this weekend. So I'm hitting that over.
Mason
for
Rudolph.
Sure.
Man, I bet he's lucky he ain't playing the Browns because we only have one that
Man.
swing at him. But I'm actually gonna take the Steelers plus 2.5. I think
Okay.
that's actually a fun fact, man. I assumed it was Mitch Trubisky, but I like that even more. Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
I didn't play against him, so I don't know about those bomb skis. But I'm hoping my boy Najee Harris kind of finally starts to find something, man, because I'm a Najee guy. I'm kind of disappointed in the season that they've had collectively. I know Warren
Terrible.
came up and did pretty good, so kind of stole some reps from him. But I think the Bengals, I think it's more of a hope that the Bills need the Bengals to lose. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. So I got the Steelers to cover that game. Not money line, but I don't think they lose by much if they do. Let's go to that final game of the night on Saturday. You already know you got the Buffalo Bills traveling to LA to play the Los Angeles Chargers. You got the Bills with a high spread favored by 11.5. That over under is 42.5. What you got, Happy?
I'm gonna be there, so they gotta win.
Ooh.
So it's gonna. I'm taking
The vibe.
I'm taking the Bills with the they got to do it. They got to do it. So I'm gonna take
no other choice.
If they don't, trust me, it's gonna be some. They gonna hear from me after.
They gonna hear it.
They gonna
one
hear
section
from
or another.
So,
that's for sure.
But I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna take the spread too because I just think, and there's no disrespect really to the Chargers as a fan base and the organization, but I think letting your head coach and GM go at this time of the year, your starting quarterback is out for the remainder of the year with a broken finger on his throwing hand. And it's just everything seems to be falling apart. Austin Eckler is getting less work as like he's the best player on your team and he's getting less work. Things just don't make sense. So I think the Bills are going to go in there. I think they understand the how people say they understand the assignment, and at this point they know their backs are against the wall and they have to win. So they're going to come out hungry, man. I think this game is going to be over at halftime.
I like it. Hey,
yeah,
I love it. Matter of
sure.
fact, what you got, Isaiah? You better be on the same page, boy.
It's probably gonna be a blowout though. I mean, so I'm following in line. I think the Bills blow them out. This is the Chargers just been not up to it this year. They really haven't been fighting. They beat the Patriots, my Patriots 6-0, but we haven't been fighting at all. So it is what it is. Let me give it the Bills minus 11.5. It's gonna be like you said, over at halftime.
Hey, I like the support. I like the 11.5s. I didn't like the spread being that high. You never know. I know it's EC State. Is that a rough game? But I am taking the over. I'm taking the over 42.5. We might score them all. We might score 43 and hit that over. But that's what I'm going to stick. I'm going to, in the dome, Josh Allen, we already know what he can do in the dome. So, go ahead and give us 43-0. I'll take it. But let's move on to that Sunday slate. You got the Indianapolis Colts traveling down south to play the Atlanta Falcons. You got the Colts favored by 2, and the over-under is 44. What y'all got?
I got to take the Colts, and I hate it because I don't want to just keep taking the favorite. But Garner Minshew, man, like he just there's a magical
mustache man.
He's the new Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know if you paid attention to this, but like Ryan Fitzpatrick, every team that he was on, he was the backup. And for some reason, the starter ended up getting injured, and Fitz comes in, and then he ends up winning a couple games, and then the fan base is in love with them. And then it's the same thing with Minshew. It happens on every team that he goes to. And I just think right now they're on a magic run, man. Like they can run the ball. It doesn't matter who's in behind that line. And the Falcons, they don't even know. They don't know what they want to do. They have all this talent on offense, and they don't know how to use it. I'm going with the Colts.
Wasted badass running back.
Dude,
tight end, wide receiver, running back. They waste talent, man. It's crazy.
They do. What you got, Isaiah?
It really has been very under the weather for them the past couple of years. So I don't think they'll score too much. I know the Colts will win this game for sure, but we're gonna go with the under. I think, I mean, the Falcons are disappointing, just sad. Not the best this year. Hopefully Arthur Smith gets it together. We gotta find some better play calling, better get them off of the OC. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm rocking with that Colts money line. I gotta go with the mustache man, Mustache Minshew. I agree. I hadn't really thought of him as you were describing a Ryan Fitzpatrick-esque I never really thought of it like that, but really, like, that's not wrong. I mean, this man literally balls kind of everywhere he goes, and he's doing good. You know, he had a couple odd weeks this year, but he definitely puts up some points. So Falcons on the other side, on the other hand, you know, they're no bueno. So
No point.
I'm rocking with the Colts. Next matchup, you got the Packers taking on the 2-win Panthers at home. Got the Packers favored by 5, and that over under is 36.5.
I'm going to say the Panthers will beat the spread, or so they'll keep it to a field goal or something. Packers will still win, and I'm going to take the under here. I've been so disappointed in Jordan Love. I've been so disappointed in Jordan Love, man. Like, I need him to show me something. Show me something, man. You have 2 good games, and then you come back and then you do that. Yeah, you have 2 good.
I know. I
like
thought
Thanksgiving, he looked great.
Steam.
Man, last week he just come out and you do that. The Giants, you lose to the Giants, and then don't get me started on the Giants. Don't get me. Green Bay. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm rolling with the Panthers spread too. You know, fresh off a dub, so hopefully the weather is a little bit better in this game. But yeah, they got it done. So there's a little momentum going on with the new coach in the realm for them. So I mean, hopefully this is a sight to see for them, man. So yeah, Bryce Young. We need more yards though. I mean, 94 yards. I know it was like raining bad, but we need more yards. Like all year he's been kind of underperforming. So I think he'll step it up.
Yeah. And in that case, I'm taking the over. I got over 36.5. I think, Panthers are going to come out a little aggressive. They just got a dub. They have nothing to lose. They're just trying to beat teams that don't need to be beaten right now. And on the other hand, Packers just lost after they've had, an up and down roller coaster over the last few weeks. I think maybe this is a week Jordan Love kind of bounces back and has a good week. I like his receiver. I like his receiving core a little bit. He get the ball to Watson, score some points. I think they get this 36.5.
Is Watson back though? He had a hamstring injury. I don't know if
But is he not coming back this week?
Well,
is he going to be out
2 weeks ago when he didn't play this last Sunday. So I just don't know if Watson plays. I feel a little bit more confident about the over.
I was assuming that he would be back, but I guess that is also a pretty good point where that is kind of up for grabs in regards to that. If he's back, I think they can get a good connection, but that's true. Still could be out, maybe not. But anyways, that next matchup, you got the Cleveland Browns traveling to the H. I don't know if Isaiah's going to be showing his support this time, but you got the Texans favored by 2.5. That over under is 42.5.
I'm taking the Texans with the over here. I think as much as the Browns, I'd brag about their defense. I just love their defense. But, dude, they went and got Joe Flacco off the couch, and if he doesn't know how to do anything. He knows how to fling that football, and he gets it into Amari Cooper's hands. He gets it into David Njoku's hands. They know what to do with it. And so they're going to put up a couple points. And the Texans, like I mentioned, CJ Stroud, hopefully will be, active again without the, because he had the concussion issue, right? So as long as Stroud is there, man, I think both offenses are going to put up some points. So I'm definitely taking the over, but I don't get why it's so close. I'm taking the Texans by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's like the whole, is CJ Stroud going to play? I mean, if he doesn't somehow end up playing, I do think that the Browns will pull this out.
Yeah.
So I'd roll with that money line, but I think that the Texans, I mean, it all depends on if CJ Stroud's playing, but I do see that the Browns could come into Houston. The defense, there can be a hit or miss. Myles Garrett can go off at any moment, so it's gonna be fun. The play action king David Njoku himself has been incredible these last 2 games. Have him on my fantasy football bench, haven't started him, so it's like, it's tough to see, but I love to see it. So we're rolling with the Browns money line.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Jefe on this one. I got the Texans money line, but I guess kind of another assumption here. I'm assuming CJ Stroud is back in the saddle. If he is, I think that's an easy money line to take because Joe Flacco, he's been there, done that. But come on.
Yeah.
So You know, that's all I gotta say. Texans.
And I am a Texans fan. So
yeah,
I'm
you're a
kinda rooting
Texans fan
against
because Tom Brady isn't in New England no more. Come on.
them. Yeah,
You're looking at a Patriots fan that has to be a LeBron. See, I always compared it to like I was a LeBron fan or am a
Hey,
LeBron
it's all
fan,
right.
but I
It's all
grew up a
right.
Rockets fan. So I like every time the Rockets lost and didn't make playoffs, I had to I gotta follow wherever LeBron is. That's like how he is now with the Patriots not being good. So,
See, I've been blessed, man. I'm a Laker fan since a kid. Like my first favorite player was Magic, and then so Brian made his way to it. So it was easy.
you just accepted it.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, you can't complain about that. That's for sure. But let's stick in the Sunday slate still. We still in the 12 o'clock slate. You got the Washington Commanders traveling to play the New Jersey Jets. You got the Jets favored by 3. You got the over-under at 38. Yep, 38. What y'all got?
I'm going with Washington here, and I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, I was rolling with the Commanders. I think they cover the spread. I think Sam Howell gets it together for once. Or for lately.
Yeah. I actually, just for the sake of not picking the Jets, I was going to go +3 Commanders as well. Sam Howell, he led the league in yards at one point. Who knows? Maybe he can catch some juice, get a little Dubsky in the gross area of New Jersey. Who knows? Let's go to that next game. You got the Detroit Lions. I hate the Jets, by the way, Jefe. So in case you know. I got 2 teams that I hate on: the Jets and the Cowboys. Insta. So you got the Detroit Lions traveling to Minnesota. You got Detroit favored by 3, and that over/under is 47. I won.
That is a big one.
I'm all in on Detroit. Man. I think Detroit is the team that if anybody out the NFC that's not San Francisco is going to make it to the Super Bowl, I think it's going to be Detroit. They have a great run game. They have a strong offensive line. They have weapons that they're just starting to kind of figure out how to use as receivers. When you're talking about Jameson Williams and even Amon-Ra St. Brown, like they're just now figuring out at this point of the year how to use them in the same offense. And Minnesota, man, they're playing musical chairs with quarterbacks right now. So they don't know what they want to do. Yeah. Give me Detroit. Give me the over. Points are going to be scored because Justin Jefferson is back, but the Lions are going to do it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think we've been high on the Lions all year. I mean, ever since they beat the Chiefs week 1. But yeah, I think the Lions cover the spread. Sometimes they keep it a little close with these divisional games, though. I don't like that. I think they need to separate themselves a little bit more, but I'm a big Amon-Ra St. Brown fan. He's been outstanding. Sam Laporta has really stepped it up this year for them, replacing TJ Hawkinson. And TJ Hawkinson's coming home though, or he's playing against his former team, so it's gonna be a good game. So I can see that over happening as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all on that over. I think just to tack on everything y'all just said, Detroit, they got nothing but playmakers. Jared Goff, he's been slacking a lot this season. He should definitely be playing a lot better than he is. He's got who I think is better than St. Brown. You got Jameson Williams. I like those Bama boys. Isaiah knows. I like Gibbs. I like this Laporta jump. I like that he's stepped up in this Hawkinson shoes. And then we all know that Jared Goff can play good football when he shows up. So if they can get going, they got great playmakers. I agree. That could be the sleeper that makes it a far ways in this playoffs. And then on the other side, even though they are playing musical chairs with their quarterbacks, if it's Nick Mullins, he didn't look insanely terrible, so to speak, I guess, for what the situation is. But they got JJ back. They got Addison. They got Hawkinson. They can put up some points. I like that over. So we'll see. But first game of the next slate, the middle slate, you got the 325 games. You got the Dallas Cowgirls taking on the Miami Dolphins. You got the Dolphins favored by 1.5, and that over-under is 51, another high one, but expected. What you got, Jefe?
Man, with that one, I'm the biggest Cowboys fan of the weekend. Give me Dallas. Give me Dallas. Give me Dallas all day. I need the Dolphins to lose this one and the next one against the Ravens. Give me Dallas. And I'm taking over for sure. For sure,
Yeah.
I'm taking over.
It's gonna be an explosive game. Yeah, I'm rolling with Dallas too. I think after that loss to the Cowboys, or not the Cowboys, they are the Cowboys, to the Bills.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can't even get their name out. Yeah, to the Bills. I think.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's
Give us that
go.
respect.
Oh man, they're teaming up on me right now. Yeah, no, I think the Cowboys will get it together this week. Yeah, give me the Cowboys money line.
I agree. I got the Cowboys double starred, and I wrote "need" in all caps. So I'm rocking Cowboys money line. We need the Dolphins to lose. We're making this playoff push. We need them. We need them. We need them. Just beat their ass, and now I'm a fan. Let's go Cowboys, Cowgirls. But next game we got the Phoenix man himself and the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Chi-Town to play Justin Fields and the Bears. You got the Bears favored by 4.5, and that over-under is 44.5. A lot higher than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I don't know why they are actually favoring the Bears this much, to be honest with you. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I think since Kyler Murray has come back, you're starting to see what the offense is supposed to look like. I think the defense is trying to play a little bit better. They just, unfortunately, went against some juggernauts the last few weeks. And that's what happens. You come back and you play the 49ers in your division, and you get beat down because your team sucks. But the Bears, they're not better. And a shout out to my man Tremaine, but the Bears aren't. No, they're not that team.
No.
Hey, he had a nice pick six though.
My dog.
I'm rolling with the Cardinals covering the spread too. I didn't get that whole thing with them being favored so high. Justin Fields is up and down. He might run for 200. He might run for 10. Might throw for 50. Yeah.
And I like him.
Sure.
I like him, but you're right. He's up and down.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm actually taking the Bears minus 4.5 because he's up and down, and I just have a feeling it's going to be that up week. He's playing another good quarterback in Kyler Murray. He needs to get his boy DJ Moore rocking and rolling this week, and I think if he can get that connection going like he has, and we've seen it multiple times this season, I think he can cover that by a touchdown. So
yeah,
I think I like that 4.5, even though it is kind of a little higher, than I'd like, but I'm going to rock with that 4.5. Let's move it to that Sunday night football game. You got Bill Belichick and the Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. Danger Russ. You got the Broncos favored by 6, and you got the over-under at 34.5. What you like there?
I'm going to take the Patriots here. I think Patriots play spoiler. I know it's been a rough season for them, and everybody's down on them as they should be. I think they suck. So I just want to say, as much as I hate the Patriots, they suck. I'm happy that they're down. I know Isaiah is a Patriots fan. So, yeah, I know he's coming back looking. I want to say it again. The Patriots suck, and I'm so happy that you guys are in quarterback purgatory. And I'm so happy that it's taken as many years as it's taken for me to be able to say this to you face to face. I am happy.
Man.
Let him have it.
I'm happy.
I was out there handling a little issue. And I just heard the disrespect, the 20+ years of straight ass whooping from the New England Patriots.
Hey, you ain't wrong, man. You ain't wrong.
And now it's been the last 5 years. The 5-6 years they've been just haven't been the same. The Bills have stepped up. They've looked great ever since they acquired Josh Allen. So it is what it is. We're going to roll with the Patriots no matter what. I'm still going to hit their spread. I think that they might pull this through and somehow win.
Hey, loyal man.
But, their defense keeps them in the games for sure. But offense, it all depends on who's gonna play. I know it's Bailey Zappi, but how is he going to play? Is it going to be him putting up 400, or is it going to be him putting up 150? So it's been tough, but
I like Ramondre. I like Ramondre a lot.
Yeah. If he's coming back too, he'll be good. Him and Zeke 1-2 punch. So, it is what it is. Patriots, they still need to draft better. I don't know what it is. They can't seem to.
I mean, it's hard to draft good when you've been a good team forever and you don't have high draft.
Yeah, you're right. They're like, this is brand new to us.
Yeah, it's like now y'all are finally starting to filter in the teams like us, man, trying to get them high draft picks.
Yeah,
But I'm actually
You
going to
got a
go with the
point.
over. I think, he's not obviously a franchise quarterback. Don't, quote me wrong and don't get me blasted on anything here. But I do not think Zappy's terrible. I don't think Zappy's terrible. I think, he's good enough for now to finish out the year. Hopefully scrape some dubs. We already know Broncos can throw up some points, get Sutton involved, get Jerry Jeudy involved. I mean, they can score points on their end. They're coming off a down week. Zappy, they're trying to save Bill Belichick's job, I guess. So I don't know what's going on over there with that. But I like this over. That's,
He's done for,
it
man.
looks like some low-hanging fruit. It might be for a reason. I like the 34.5. So, but let's move it on to Christmas Day. Christmas Day, you got 2 games. Oh, wait, 3 games, right? 3 games. Sorry.
3 games. Yep.
Yeah. I printed out the wrong one. But you got the 12 o'clock game. You got the Raiders and the Chiefs. You got the Chiefs favored by 10, and that over-under is 41.5. What y'all like there?
I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna go Raiders, man. I think right now they feeling themselves. I think Aiden O'Connell is obviously we just saw the big win, the 63-20 win against the Chargers. They're not gonna do that same thing to the Chiefs, but they found something that they feel good about. And the Chiefs right now are reeling, man. They're kind of on their heels. They're still trying to maintain. They're just trying to maintain position in the playoffs. Right now, they're losing grip on their season. I think this is the time where these division games always are close. I don't know why it's a 10-point spread here. These division games are always close. I think the Raiders are going to take a
sure.
they're going to take a shot. They're going to take a shot.
I like it.
Yeah. Like you said, they're always close, and I do think with both teams being able to put up points, especially seeing what the Raiders did last week without Josh Jacobs. So, I mean, I think the spread. I think not the spread. The over will hit this week for sure. I think a nice little start off on Christmas Day. Little touchdowns galore out there.
I like it. I'm actually going Raiders plus 10 as well. I think Raiders train, rocking and rolling. I love the coach. I think they obviously need to keep him next year. He's brought some juice like they hadn't had.
I agree with that.
Put up a ton of points last week. Obviously caught the juice. Saw it was a franchise record, if not an NFL. Oh, no, it was the first time in the NFL since 1950, I believe, that 8 people have scored a touchdown in a football game. I think that's what I saw. So that's a fun fact. And the last game that they played each other, I know it didn't end well, but up to halftime, the Raiders were sticking with these boys. So if they can just continue to play a full game, 4 quarters, 60 minutes, they can beat these boys. But I'm taking plus 10. It's a high spread. So, I think they can do it. But let's go to the middle game. You got the Giants and Tommy DeVito taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. You got the Eagles favored by 11.5, and that over-under is 43.5.
I'm gonna go Eagles. I like Tommy. I like Tommy, but I'm gonna go Eagles, and I'm gonna say they cover that spread. After losing a couple games back to back, they took some blows, man, and the media's heavy on them. That fan base is heavy on them. They have to win this game, and they have to win big. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna take the over. I think they blow them out, but I'm taking the over.
Interesting. So like I said, the last seven games, the underdog has won on Monday night. I know we got 3 games. This is at 3:30, but Monday Night Blues. You never know what could happen. I think it could be a close game. The Giants are they're a hit or miss. Tommy DeVito, he's been sacked like 35 times this year. He started 5 games. So that's pretty impressive from the other teams. But the Eagles will get after him. I think that it'll kind of be close. I don't think that they'll score as much. Somehow it'll be a close game. I don't know how. I'm just spitballing, seeing what sticks. But I'm rolling with the spread for the Giants this week.
Yeah. I was on the Tommy DeVito train. I think I just like the way his agent dresses every game. I think that just kind of, that fires me up. I'm like, all right, this dude's about to throw for 300, 4 touchdowns. The dude's about to blow him out just because his agent's sitting over there in a freaking velvet suit, in in a fedora. But I'm actually going to go with the over. I think I agree with what Jefe was saying. Them boys got to score a lot of points in Philly. They got much meaner fan base than we do, even though I like to say we got the best, we got the biggest, we got the craziest. Theirs is kind of crazy in the crazy way.
Yeah,
so they've been having a
off.
rocky couple weeks. They got to bounce back in a big way. But I don't think that they shut the Giants out. I think the Giants kind of get theirs. I think they get some points too. So I like that 43.5. I don't think that's a crazy amount of points. But let's rock it to the last game of the weekend, arguably the best matchup of the weekend. I'm ready for this game more than any of them, outside the Bills. You got Lamar and the Ravens traveling to San Fran to play the 49ers. You got the 49ers favored by 5.5, and the over-under is 46.
This one was tough for me because I love both of these teams, and I love everything about both of these football teams. I'm gonna take the 49ers because they are at home, and I think Brock Purdy is, he's safe and he does everything that he's supposed to do, and he's not gonna make mistakes at home for Monday Night Football. And I'll take the over. It's gonna be fireworks, man. Like, it's gonna be one of the best offensive showings on. Oh my God, I can't wait for this game. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. Both pretty damn good defenses, so I think it'll be close. But I'm rolling with the underdog Ravens covering that spread. I think somehow Lamar Jackson, I said he could be MVP, so I'm still high on him. I think the way he's orchestrating that offense, getting it done without his best weapon, Mark Andrews, being there. I think it's pretty impressive. So yeah, I think they'll cover this one pretty smoothly. Even though I like the 49ers. I'm a Bay Area kid. I'm from the Bay. So I'm rolling with the Ravens though. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fireworks. I think we're in for the best game of the season, arguably one of them at least. I like that over. I think over 46 is gonna be easy. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think every 3-4 minutes there's gonna be a touchdown. I mean, we already know what Lamar can do. We already know what Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk and Debo Samuel. We already know what all of them can do. So I'm ready to see some Zay Flowers action, maybe even toss a little OBJ action. I think it's going to be fireworks. It'll be a good game. Hopefully one of the best of the season. So
yeah, for sure.
But that's going to be the spreads. We appreciate you, helping us out and, going through, giving us a little different insight, giving the people, like I said, I know they're tired of hearing our insights, so get a little extra, spice in there. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you, man. Anytime you guys want me on, let me know. I got to get you on a code of conduct, introduce you to the Buffalo Rumblings audience as well, man. We got to link some more, and like I said, let's stay connected. And Isaiah, if I'm not following you, please make sure tag me or something, or and I'll make sure I follow back, man. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great night and go Bills.
Hey, go Bills. Man. We appreciate you. Take it easy. Till next time. All right, everybody. Yeehaw. How's it going? You already know. Cold kicks coming at you hot, coming at you cold, because it's cold kicks coming at you. And Isaiah, I told you last show, I already got my St. John's about a few days.
I saw them, man. They look clean. Hey, they look clean. Brand new.
Hey, I'm ready to step out in them, matching my jersey. I should have brought them today. I don't have them, Last minute attire, I didn't get set up right. But anyways, cold kicks. The boy Tyke, he shows up at all these different conventions. I think his next one's going to be in San Antonio. We might have to hit it back in the old stomping grounds for me and Isaiah.
Hey, one time for the one time.
Hey, one time for the one time. Might have to get a couple new pairs. That boy's got crazy deals. He's got giveaways each month. Just follow him, and you'll be entered in a giveaway. So, it's easy as that.
Yeah.
This boy Cold Kicks, he's the shit. He's the shiz, I should say, to keep it PG for them boys. But
yeah, check them out, man, for sure.
Follow them. I mean, literally simple as that. Follow Cold Kicks, at Cold Kicks.
They got it. They got it, man.
Dude,
if not, he'll go and find it for you. He's a good guy. Facts. He's a man of his word. He's a good businessman.
Facts. If he done got it, you want it, let him know. He'll find it. Cold Kicks, shop Cold Kicks, at Cold Kicks. Just do it. Not Nike. Cold Kicks. Yeehaw. All right, everybody, let's dive in to the last quarter of the day. Red Zone Roundup, fourth quarter. Hold up your fours.
Hey,
Let's get into it.
we're here. It's
We-
time. It's time.
It's time. And, I forgot to mention a little money. At the end of quarter 3, I didn't get to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it now. I'm going to throw this up. We got my week 16 bet slip. Best picks of the week. And look at the bottom before you even look at the picks. 3-0, week 14. 3-0, week 15. Hit the LeBron. You already know. You already know what we're doing around here. We're winning.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You came through. You came through, and this is looking like it could be another winter week for your boy.
hey,
He's high on the train. He's coming through. He's winning after winning after win. So he's gonna keep it roll. I think he's got the hot hand. Talking about
hey,
Vegas, we brought it up
I
in the
like
show. But
I
so
like it.
keep it going, bro. Keep it going.
Man, this is the
And
most
don't
love I
forget to
felt in a
send me a
minute.
little. Yeah, don't forget to
Hey, I'll
send
send
me a
you a
little
little
something,
cut.
something too.
Send you a little
Yeah.
cut. Yeah, I send you a little something. I got Rams -4, the Bills Chargers over 42.5, and Texans money line. Smack it, smack it, smack it. Let's go 3-0 again. Let's make it 3 weeks in a row. I actually still need to pay Isaiah his $100. So I need this. I need this,
He needs
man.
it bad, y'all. He
I
needs
need.
it.
And I remember it every time when I'm in this show talking about money. I'm like, dang, I made this money now. I got to send Isaiah money. So, sorry, I had to burp.
Yeah.
I got excited there. But anyways, that's the bet slip going into week 16. Check it out. Laugh it like it, love it. You already know. Now, let's get into the week 16 matchups, Isaiah. What you like going into this week? I mean, we got the week
Man.
filled with games. You got 4 days of football. We just went over all of them with that King Jefe. We got El Jefe giving the picks. So, we don't really hit as much. You already know. Follow the boys' picks. He already knows what he's talking about. So you
Yeah,
gotta go.
he's got it.
He's got
He's got it for sure, for sure. And it's gonna be Christmas weekend of football. A lot of people delivering. A lot of people need to deliver this week for fantasy football purposes. It's crucial time of the year, man. So I know there was some letdowns last
for
week
you.
by some players. Yeah, hey, I was on that. I was cooling last week. I was on that bye.
Now
Hey,
it's time.
it's time. It's time to show up. I'd hate to have gone the whole season. And we'll just say that. Well, we'll end it at that. But talking about this NFL slate of football, man, I think that the Seahawks. I'm excited to see what they'll do. Who's going to be starting? I think it has to be Drew Lock, right? Like he had his
Yeah.
little putting his
I
little
mean,
dance thing on it.
that'd be hard sitting him after that.
Yeah, right. Like Jefe said earlier in the show, it was very emotional for him. He almost started crying at the end of in the post game conference. So he's
Shit,
definitely
he
put his
almost had
heart
me
out there.
crying.
Yeah, he's definitely put his heart into it. So it's good to see him paying off. And I know he was one of your players to look into at the beginning of the year. I remember that. So
Yeah.
we're excited for that for sure.
Yeah, support
But
my
other
boy.
than that, man,
I agree.
yeah. Other than that, I think, man, I'm kind of excited for the Panthers. Another 12 o'clock game. I think they could do a little bit of shocking and shake up the damn playoff picture again somehow. Maybe once you get a new coach and you find a little groove, who knows? Anything's possible. It could have been the coaching, just bad environment. So Panthers, they got a big game ahead of them against the playoff team and the Packers. Excited for that one as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think that first game of the weekend, that Thursday night football, is gonna be a typical doozy. I think Matt Stafford, like we were, talking about last quarter, he's gonna do good. I think I would hope, but
yeah,
that's gonna be a doozy because the Saints, man, they just ain't it. They ain't got it. They ain't got the juice like that. So I don't know.
it hasn't been the same.
It just hadn't. But then I think that Saturday slate is gonna be nice. I like the Bengals Steelers matchup. You got a nice divisional matchup. It means a lot for the Bengals. They got a backup quarterback. You got a backup quarterback in Pittsburgh. So
Right.
Bengals need it. Chiefs need it not, or excuse me, the Steelers need to knock them out. We need the Steelers to knock the Bengals out. And then you got us traveling to SoFi to hopefully throw some fireworks in the SoFi Stadium. So I think that'll be a good day.
What if the Chargers, Mr. Stick, it comes with the stick and just lights y'all up? So what?
Well, playoffs,
At
you
home.
can go ahead and kiss them goodbye.
Oh man, yeah, that would be very brutal to see.
That'd be brutal. That'd be a nah, yeah. That's a last shot. That's a last shot kill right there.
Yeah.
That's a last shot kill.
Anything's possible though, man. Anything's possible though, for sure.
I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not. That's for dang sure.
But on the other hand, I think the Bills will win. So I'm on your side. I think it'll happen. Just
I
for
hope
your
so.
sake.
Now you got me all worried. Now you got me thinking about that.
Trap
I'm
game.
gonna have nightmares about Easton Stick now. Yeah, exactly. But I think that Sunday slate, it has some good matchups. I like the Texans-Browns game. You know, like we were just talking about with him, Joe Flacco, hopefully CJ Stroud. That might be a good little matchup. And then and then that Cowboys-Dolphins game is gonna be my main game that I'm watching. Because, you know, I hate the Cowboys. You know that. Anybody who watches RedZone RoundUp knows that. But hey, Cowboys fans this week.
Man, I heard something funny about the Cowboys always playing at 3:25. They never play at 12 o'clock. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but
I have. I don't know why though. I don't know what.
You know, them being America's team, they said only the peasants show up to work early. So you know how it goes. I thought that was pretty funny. They're always playing in later games. So.
Hey, you know, that's kind of rough and a little salty to the team that always has to play at 12 o'clock, aka us.
Yeah,
we're the 12 o'clock slate every freaking week. Other than the primetime games, we have a lot of primetime games, but we're 12 if not. Like, and I hate that kind of.
For sure, yeah, it can be kind of annoying.
It is, you know, but that 3:25 is a weird time too, so you know you can't feel too special about that. But let's talk about that Christmas slate. Let's talk about them Christmas games. What's your favorite game going into that?
Come on now, is that even a question? The Ravens at the 49ers, man. I mean, Monday night, everybody's going to be sitting around waiting. Everybody are probably already opened the Christmas gifts, had the Christmas dinner, sang the Christmas carols, you know, built the gingerbread house. What else, you know? Drank the eggnog, probably put some whiskey in it, you know. They're a little loose if it's Christmas night, you know, getting a little active. But man, I think you know, 49ers, that big juggernaut of offense they got Robin Big, Christian McCaffrey following Trent Williams. So it's been a sight to see. But RIP for sure, man. Big Black. That was the OG, man. Big staple of my childhood. Watching that. But but the Ravens, man, their defense keeps them in games. They're missing some offensive weapons, but hey, they're somehow, some way, the top of the AFC, and they're there for a reason. So it's gonna be a matchup for the ages for sure.
No, I agree. This is the last segment of the day, everybody. The time you've been waiting for. This is the finale, the cap of the recap.
Wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Last comments, last remarks for the people. You got anything?
Man, you know, this was a sight to see this week. Definitely got some new intel, a new perspective on what football out there. You know, I felt a little bit of the pressure of Bills Mafia. I feel like, I don't know, man. Maybe after this, I needed to go get a table and go jump on it or something. You know,
let's go.
No, we're not going that far. But, you know, it's been a very appreciative of everything. You know, it's been cool. It's been a great week this week, and looking forward to what else we got to see coming up.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. It was a different week. It was a good week. We had a lot of new thoughts. We had a lot of new intel. We got a new voice for the platform, and you know, hopefully we can keep that rolling. We got a new connection now. We got a connection in Arizona. So hopefully
there's
we're gonna be
golf
partying.
Out there.
Hey, there is. I know. That's what I needed. Man, I should have asked. I should have asked Jefe about that if he golfs. But we'll link up with him on the links. So maybe
for sure.
maybe that's something we need to do. Go watch Big Kev. Go hit the links. But we're for sure hitting Vegas with him for sure. So it was a good week though. It was a good week. RedZone Roundup. Hopefully catching some steam. One by one, week after week, just trying to bring it for the people. See what we can do. Have a little fun. I appreciate you being on the ride with me in this. It's been cool.
Yeah,
It's been
Oh
fun.
yeah, for sure. I'm
So
glad to be a part of it, man. I'm just glad to be here. I'm just glad
hey,
to be
me too.
here.
Me too. I'm definitely glad to be here, even though I guess, I'm the one controlling it. So I'm either here by myself or with you. So I guess I'm here regardless. But while I'm thinking about it, let's give a shout out to Mental Dimes. The
Yeah.
boys support
Oh, yeah,
every
for
week,
sure.
Like I said, about to get everything rocking and rolling. We're in the new sports. We're in the basketball. I know it's going to be a little bit till baseball, but we're about to have everything rocking and rolling in the Mental Dimes section of things. So go ahead, give them a follow. Give us a follow at RedZone Roundup. Laugh, like, love, all the good stuff. None of the bad stuff. Give our
Yes,
boy
sir.
Jefe a follow. Jay Spence the King. Give him a follow. Give Buff Rumblings a follow. SB Nation. Go check them boys out, man. He had the love and the respect and the support to hop on with us,
Yeah,
spend his
mad love.
valuable
That's
time
mad
with
love for
us.
sure.
Mad love. And so other than that, I guess that's it. Pick of the week, Isaiah. Tossing in your court. Let's get this thing finished off.
Oh, hey, rolling with the underdogs. I'm a Niners guy. Said it earlier, but we rolling with the damn Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Flock game.
Lamar. All right.
Big flock.
Taking
Big
Lamar
flock.
and San Fran.
The
All right.
underdogs.
I like it. I want to go Bills. And in my heart and head, I'm going Bills.
Hey, they're
But
playing
guess
the
who I'm
Chargers,
going?
man.
Guess who I'm going?
Cowboys. Who's going
Yeehaw,
with
Cowboy.
He said
Cowboys
whoop
against
their
the
ass, now I'm cheering for them.
Hey, we had to whoop their ass, and now we're fans, baby. I need the Cowboys against Fins. Bills need the Cowboys against Fins. They're getting it done in Miami. They didn't get it done in Buffalo, but they're going to go down south, boy, and they're going to get that thing done. So that's it, everybody. That's another week of Red Zone Roundup. That's week 15 recap. Stay tuned in. Like I said, give us a follow, give us a subscription. It's free. No money to follow this thing. So laugh, like, love, all the good stuff. None of the bad stuff. We'll see you next week. All right, Isaiah?
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Catch you next week.
Yes, sir. Adios and yeehaw.